Alright, today is Independence Day 2021. I'm in Lakeview Cemetery in Cleveland, Ohio, and I'm in front of James Garfield tomb. He was the 20th President of the United States. He served in 1881, only 6 months, because he was felled by an assassin's bullet in September 1881. So 6 months only. And yeah, this is gonna be my third time visiting the tomb. I came in 2016 first time. I was late in arriving, so it was closed. Then I came last year in 2020, and I didn't know it was closed for COVID, so I made a 3.5 hour drive from Fort Wayne, Indiana, to come over here. Okay, let's go check it out.
Steps to get out of the sun. We'll get started here in just a second. President James A. Garfield Memorial. And my name is Tom Gamble, just a little reader. Glad you stopped by today for a few minutes. Happy Independence Day for everybody.
Thank you.
And what we're going to do is to go in, we'll spend a few minutes in the Rotunda. And then we will give you a few minutes if you want to go downstairs and look at the crypt. We do ask that you remember this is a final resting place, so we ask that you try not to touch anything or lean against anything. This is a work of art, and if we could respect that, that would be great. So we have people here from Ohio and Texas. Did I miss any place else? Okay. Well, we've got a little bit of variety, and we have people who literally live down the street, stop by, and people who live on the other side of the world, and everything in between. So come on in right into the Rotunda, and we'll get started. Thank you for coming by. There's plenty of space in there, so make sure you give yourselves. There's also a guest book. You can either sign in now or sign in later, whatever you want to do. J. Garfield Memorial. It's the final resting place for the 20th President of the United States. We're glad to have you stop by. This building is being opened in one step at a time. 2 weeks ago, the only thing that was open in this building for people to view is this room right here, so we are making progress. So we appreciate everybody's patience. Everybody is dealing with the pandemic, probably at home, work, things you want to do, or your family, and next year as well. So we appreciate everybody's patience. If you want to wear a mask, you're more than welcome to do so. We ask that if you are not you're not vaccinated, that you wear a mask, and we're glad that you stopped by. What we're going to do is spend a few minutes in here to tell you a little bit about the monument, tell you a little bit about the president, and then we'll give you a few minutes to head downstairs to the crypt if you wish to do so. We do have to kind of have a cap. We're pretty close to the number of people in the building at a time. So we do ask that you make sure you're giving everybody the personal space they need, and so that everybody can feel comfortable and come right in and play. The statue of the president is about 7.5 feet tall. It is a pose of him as he would be addressing members of Congress. Alexander Doyle, who was from Steubenville, Ohio, was the sculptor of the statue. The chair is a replica design of the president's while he was in Congress. And it is all carved from one piece of marble, a Carrara marble metal. By the way, the sculptor, the cost back in 1890 was $15,000. There are 16 mosaic and stained glass windows in here. War and peace are represented by the 2 windows above the doorway. The other 14 is Ohio, which is right here, where the character is holding a log cabin. President Garfield was the last president born in a log cabin, about 8 miles east of here, it was down on the hills. The other 13 windows represent the original 13 colonies. Each of the windows has a different design or something of importance to that state's history and culture. Basically, to the time when this building was opened in 1890.
I'm sure.
About 7 or 8 years ago, I had someone who was upset that Virginia's window still had tobacco in it. And I said, listen, Hal, I'm a grandson of a tobacco farmer from Tennessee. And tobacco is a very, very important part of that culture and economy for a long, long time. You're welcome to disagree with it, but we're not going to change the window. So we kind of smiled and moved on to something else. I'm shocked we made a big deal about it. It's a free country, it's fine. And there's nothing wrong with that. As you look higher up, you'll see the chandelier above the president. There's 20 lights to that. The president, of course, was the 20th president of the United States. The murals that you see below the railing represent groups of mourners. As you may know, the president was assassinated and died in office. He was only president for 200 days. It was the second shortest presidency in history. And 80 of those days was spent trying to recover from the assassination. On July 2nd, 1881, 140 years ago, just 2 days ago, the president's trying to go on a train in Washington. His destination is Williams College in Massachusetts. That's his alma mater. It ends up becoming the alma mater of all he and Mrs. Garfield's children. He's going to make a speech there, receive an honorary degree. One of the kids has got to go back to school. Family vacation, all kind of rolled into one. Charles Guiteau shoots the president at the train station. And when you go down to the Crypt, if you wish to do so, there's a mural of the assassination above the doorway that you'll see as you're going down. Guiteau was apprehended immediately, eventually was brought to trial, and found guilty of killing the president. Guiteau thought that the president's administration owed him a political position. So he was a disappointed job seeker, for lack of a better word. The president lives for 80 days trying to recover from the assassination. There's a lot of second guessing and questions about some health care decisions that were made during the presidency. There's even arguments in some places that they had just left the president alone. He might have actually had a better chance of surviving. He had been shot at twice. One bullet grazed his right arm coat sleeve. The other bullet went into his torso, and eventually blood poisoning is what killed the president. 80 days after he was shot. Can you imagine that? Suffering that he went through. President Garfield was a big guy. He was a 6'2", 200-pound man. Back then, that wasn't that guy. But eventually, he lost nearly 80 pounds in those 3 months he's trying to recover. His mind was never really an issue. He was able to comprehend things pretty well, and there was no such thing as the 25th Amendment back in 1881. So President Garfield had all the authority of the office the entire time he's trying to recover. He was cared for at the White House the entire time except for about a week before he died, when he and his doctors and family felt that maybe the ocean air might make this feel a little bit better and more relaxed. So he actually passed away in a small town in New Jersey on September 19th, 1881. Now, when you're president for 200 days and you spend 80 of it trying to recover from an assassination attempt, you haven't had a whole lot of chance to get much accomplished. President Garfield was no exception. But he had one heck of a background. He had been a major general in the Civil War. He had served in Congress for 17 years. As a matter of fact, at the 1880 Republican Convention, he goes as a delegate. The party that year cannot make a decision. In 33 ballots, they can't make a decision on who to nominate. They then turn to him and start to put his name on the ballot. This is at ballot 34. They start this. And by the 37th ballot, he has the nomination to be president of the United States. He literally goes to the convention as a delegate and left with the nomination of the president. He also been a college president. He was president of Hiram College here in Ohio for 3 years. And that's where he and Mrs. Garfield started their education. He had also been a minister in the Disciples of Christ Church, a state senator, as I mentioned, a member of Congress, and also a major So we like to think with all that background and all that experience and all that his presidency could have been something pretty special. It's another one of those classic what-if stories. And we have lots and lots of other stories. As you look higher up, you'll see 40 gold wreaths up the dome. Folks, come on in. Please space out. There's plenty of space for everybody. The 40 gold wreaths represent the number of states and territories that were part of our nation in 1881. The angel type figures above the gold wreaths symbolize all four corners of our nation was in mourning upon hearing that the president passed away. Now, the balcony was open. This is where I would invite you to go up to the balcony. Unfortunately, it's closed because of the pandemic. We appreciate your understanding on that. But there are actually two levels to the balcony. There's a level here where you see the railing as you look down into Memorial Hall. And then there's also one higher on the outside. Hopefully, when you come back again, we'll have that open. I don't know when. I hope it's sooner rather than later. So does everybody else. But the view up there is really something. You can certainly understand this experience. I always felt if we had restrooms and a snack bar on the balcony, nobody would ever leave. But that's another story. But the other part of the monument that is open, just reopened 2 weeks ago, is the Crypt, and that is downstairs. President and Mrs. Garfield's remains are downstairs. This is the only presidential burial site in the entire country where you actually see the casket of the president. You are literally as close to the casket as you are to the statue. And there's some other artifacts as well, including the remains of their only adult living daughter and the daughter's husband, who lived in President Garfield's secretary. Finally, the monument's construction began in 1886. George Keller's design was selected by the Monument Committee in a competition. It was constructed and then opened and dedicated on Memorial Day 1898. And each year the monument, each year we operate the monument in a non-pandemic year from April 1st through November the 19th. That's the President's birthday. And that is always the last day we're open for winter. So just enjoy your visit. What we have is we've got a few minutes to kind of explore downstairs in the crypt if you'd like to do so. The restrooms are closed downstairs, but we are making progress. If you have any questions, we'd be glad to be happy to answer them for you. If you did get a chance to sign the guest book, feel free to do so. And have a great rest of the Independence Day. Thanks so much for coming. Stay safe and stay cool.
All right. Thank you.